Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and repentant alike. I am Sophia of the AmaruKhan Band of Indians, and this is your daily transmutation report where we practice manipulating the incoming rays to the earth in a format that best serves our Creator. Today is Tuesday, September the 17th, 2024, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, coming to you from the Sunshine State. We have our sun at 25 degrees of Virgo, exactly 25 degrees and 0 minutes. We have our moon at 15 degrees of Pisces. Our new moon or full moon actually in Pisces is going to be later on tonight. We still have this ongoing square between Mars and the North and South node. We also now have a flowing energy between Sedna at 1 degrees of Gemini, Vulcan at 1 degree of Libra, and Pallas Athena at 2 degrees of Sagittarius. So Sedna, remember, is related to the unconscious, primal fears, and unseen forces. Vulcan is related to intense passion and creativity and a drive for perfection. And Pallas Athena is wisdom, strategy, and integration of the masculine and feminine. So this is in a flowing energy. This could look like, in general, recalibrating our unconscious, literally our unconscious mind to be more perfect, I guess, more like the mind of the Creator, right? And tying in the wisdom and the balancing of the masculine and the feminine energy. So this could be a very, very powerful day for that kind of work. We also have this in conjunct between Aries at 25 degrees of Aries and the sun, which is at 25 degrees of Virgo. So that's an in conjunct relationship. So I would definitely, Aries of course is related to discord, strife, and need to assert one's authentic self, and it's in an adverse relationship to our core identity. So this could help us see where people are trying to create discord. And then we have this Sedna, Vulcan, Pallas Athena, especially with the wisdom, come in and balance it out. So this could be very subconscious in nature, or this could be overt in nature, out and about dealing with individuals. Of course, if you'd like a more in-depth look at the astrology, please contact your favorite astrologer. They are far more qualified than I to give you a in-depth look of the astrological energies and how they apply to your personal chart. All right, we're on day 15 of our moon cycle. This is full moon season. We have a 99.6% illumination with a moon set time of 6:31 a.m. and a moon rise time of 7:24 p.m. Our moon governor for today is Imenepe. It makes me think of LMNOP, Inepe. Okay, that's how I remember him. So no spiritualite being in contact with intelligence of the moon sphere will fail to get into contact with this head, the 15th in the correct order, for he can be initiated by him into many things that up to now have remained unknown to him. The spiritualite will, for instance, be informed about the influence of divine virtues on beings of the moon sphere and how the Akasha principle works directly on the moon sphere and from there on the zone girdling the earth. Imenepe will be pleased to tell the spiritualite about the methods by which he can acquire the faculty of reading the Akasha principle with his mental body placed into the moon sphere and how to bring about spiritual effects there. It is impossible to give all the details and advantages which the spiritualite will be offered when getting into contact with this head. So being that we're in the new moon, the full moon cycle, this is basically saying you can have access to the information that is being projected in from the moon. I think the common knowledge or assumption in the spiritual community is that a lot of the quote-unquote Akashic records are being stored on the moon, and I would agree with that just because of how many lunar points we have on a chart. We have the moon, we have the north node, the south node, the black moon. It's a lot of lunar points in an astrological chart, more lunar points than anything else. That means lots of information is always being transferred in and out from different directions and different areas and all of that. And so this guy can tell you how all of that works, and he can make it so that you are able to use the divine virtues in the proper way within that sphere, within being able to tap into people's information. So I told a story one time about how when Jesus went to heal most people, he asked them how long have they been sick, so that he could go back in time to a period before they got sick and project into them basically their sequence of humanity that existed before the quote-unquote illness or demon or parasites attacked them. And so this is the kind of information you can get to this guy, how to do this with righteousness instead of with wickedness like these other people have been doing. So we definitely see that in the astrology today, especially with the flowing relationship between Sedna, Vulcan, and Pallas Athena. That is really tied into this particular lunation. All right, so for our astrotarography sun sign decan, we are in the sun energy. We're in the sun energy. Yes, we are in the 8 of Cups. Not 10 of Cups. Oh my Lord. 10 of Cups, which is love, satisfaction, and harmony. And this can be best transmuted by the 10 of Coins, which is carefree, harmony, and happy love through the lens of the 7th house in Pisces, which is to admit when you are no longer in contact with reality. I think I have been reading the wrong one for the last few days. Anyway, the carefree, harmony, and happy love is only carefree because there's money there. This is like a very important point. It's not carefree just because it's carefree. No, it's carefree because there's money attached to it, and therefore things can go on without too many issues. And then when you're using the 7th house of Pisces as attention to as instead of the 8th house of Pisces, and admit when you're no longer in contact with reality, the reality could be that you have this love and satisfaction like in the 10 of Cups, but it's not real. You're calling in the reality when it is tangible. And so that's how we can best utilize and transmute this energy. For our North Node decan, we are in the 2 of Wands, which is plans, travel, and new ideas. This is our Jezebel card and our outside influence card. You can best transmute this by using the 2 of Swords, which is indecisions, solutions, and difficulties. And this is our intuition card. Through the lens of the 2nd house in Libra, which is to prefer to work with others and don't want to care for self. So this, you need to use your intuition to determine what is as far as the reality that you're dealing with, right? What is real and what is not real. Who and which entities have done the things that they're supposed to, and who and what entities have not done what they're supposed to, so that you are able and capable of making these things up so that you get the results that you want. The whole idea is that you prefer to work with others. So you're reestablishing your commitment to working with the various entities. However, you're not willing to do it in a position where they believe that they can just do whatever and you kind of have to sit back and take it. That's what we're not going to do, right? No, thank you. All right, so for our Tree of Life yearly progressions and predictions, We are in Venus energy, and this is the Eight of Swords, which is overthinking, self-criticism, and entrapment. And we can best transmute this by using the Eight of Wands, which is travel, movement, and communication through the lens of the 9th house in Gemini, which is to learn how to properly use words and wisdom. So Venus is where your values lie. So this is a time to recommit to your values, reestablish your values, not just your values, but the entities that you're working with. Again, communicate what you want, be very clear about that, and come to the conclusions that you want to happen, and don't just be led around by for example, these conclusions that other people have come to, or again, your intuition not being properly calibrated. There's a lot of celestial things going on to recalibrate our intuition, i.e. the Mars square the nodes, and this Sedna Vulcan Pallas flowing relationship. But you are the one who's still ultimately responsible for making sure that who you're dealing with is capable of actually bringing you the results that you need. So if you enjoy this type of astrological content, please feel free to join us on YouTube, where my handle is Sophia Spiritualite. Also, if you'd like a copy of these slides to do your own personal investigations, they are on our Patreon at the Schumann Mystery School. Thank you so much for joining us for today's daily transmutation report. Peace and blessings, and we'll see you tomorrow.